what's going on, everybody? EpicFilmCritics here, and welcome to a new series which we are going to be starting today called... Which we call a series. It's basically, I mean, like...
Anticipated Games of 2013.
Well, that's what this video is called. But this series that we're going to be starting today, it's not going to be on one thing in particular. Well, the series is going to be based around games. Because as much as we are into films and TV, as we are very, very much, we are very, very avid gamers as well. We play games like nonstop.
Yep.
In video games we're talking about. We're not talking about fucking like Monopoly and shit. Video games.
It
So
takes 3 days to play.
huh?
So that takes 3 days to play.
Yeah, it's still fun though.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. But yeah. So this series, I mean, yeah, you guys can actually put in the comments what you guys want the series to be called, because we don't really know. But it will be, the whole series will be, I mean, it'll be a new video every time about something different involving like gaming. But basically, yeah, the whole series is like everything involving gaming is going into this series. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So today we're gonna be starting with the most anticipated games of 2013 for us. There's already been a few releases, a couple coming out next week, but yeah, let's get started. So Brody, do you want to start with your most anticipated games of 2013? I mean, like, just start with one and then we'll like talk about it.
Watch Dogs. That game looks amazing.
Watch Dogs. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Watch Dogs.
Okay.
They haven't shown very much so far of Watch Dogs. I mean, they've shown 2 sets of gameplay. One was the E3 gameplay, and one they actually released like last week.
Yeah.
Which was
on the PS4.
On the PS4. Actually wasn't. I mean, I'm sure most aspects of the next gen consoles aren't exactly full yet, but I wasn't really that impressed from like what I saw like of the PS4, like graphics wise.
It looked the exact same as when they showed it at E3.
It looked the exact. No, I mean that's not what I mean. I mean I think it looks exactly the same. I mean they say the graphics card is like a shit ton better than the 360 and the PS3. It looked exactly the same as the PS3 to me.
Yeah.
Like it didn't look any different to me. And I mean once they do the 720 briefing, then we will make a video talking about the next gen consoles. But from what I've seen so far, I'm not really that impressed. Besides for the PS4 controllers, but we're not gonna get into that. So Watch Dogs. Let's keep talking about it. Right. If you guys don't know what Watch Dogs is, we're basically also just gonna. I mean, for each game, we're gonna basically talk about just the game in general. Watch Dogs is a game it's based in Chicago, and basically it's kind of like, well, first of all, it's an open world, and your character he's a hitman, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he's a hitman, but the really neat thing about it, which I'm pretty sure it's not too many games even do this, your character he basically controls all of the technology throughout the city, and I'm not joking whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like in the gameplay, I'll just like give you guys a very, very quick example. In the gameplay, he was walking down the street, this lady was on her phone, and he could listen in to her phone conversation. And there was another scene where he was like running from the cops. A cop car was like coming towards him. With a press of a button, the blockades like came up, and the car just ran right into it. So you can literally control everything. Like you control the traffic lights. Like if you want the cops to like get off your ass, because of course cops won't like blow off traffic, right? So if it's a red light, or no, if it's a better example, if it's a green light, you can change it to a red light so the cops will stop, and then you can keep going. Like, just examples like that. Like, you can use your technology to your advantage, which is really cool. So far, it looks fantastic, but they haven't showed a lot, so there's not really much we can talk about. But yes, Watch Dogs, absolutely.
Yes.
Go on. What else are you looking forward to?
That Tomb Raider game looks pretty good.
Tomb Raider, yeah, that comes out on Tuesday, actually.
Yeah.
There was a YouTuber who uploaded, Chris Smoove. For you like gaming commentators, you'll know who that is. He uploaded, he has it already. He uploaded a part of it, and he got in so much shit.
Yeah.
Like he's getting this hammered like by fans of the game, and apparently he got so much like copyright shit. Apparently, like I heard he got like a strike or whatever. Like he's getting just hammered. But yeah, that game looks sick. I mean, like it looks like kind of like Uncharted.
Yeah.
Kind of the same general. I mean, if you guys know, like Lara Croft, she basically is Uncharted. I mean, she's a female version of Uncharted. From what I've seen though, it looks a lot. Of course, it's a lot better graphically, and yeah, it's basically the same as Uncharted. I mean, like there's nothing really else to say about it. You know, it's based around like treasure hunting and you know, you're trying to beat like other treasure hunters to like to the treasure, and apparently the story revolves. It was actually her first expedition, so like it was like a prequel to all of the other like Lara Croft games. I was a fan of the movies, but the games I never found that great. Like previous to this one, like I mean I played one on the 360 a few years ago, and I really did not like it at all. Yeah. But yeah, this one looks fantastic. I mean, from what I've seen, it looks great. There's also like an open world element to it. Like even though it's like even though the story is very very like linear, the game itself looks very very open world. Yeah. As well as the open world aspects kind of looks like Far Cry 3, like a little bit. Yeah. Like the stuff that you can actually do like in the open world looks a lot like Far Cry 3. Yeah. Which is cool. I mean, because Far Cry 3 was fucking awesome. So, but yeah, that's all we got to talk about that. If we're doing this, I need to mention GTA 5. That's probably the top of the list for me personally. GTA 5. Oh god, there's so much new shit like from like all the other Grand Theft Autos. There's 3 playable characters, and who you can switch your characters at like any moment in time. And okay, picture this: when you're switching your characters, which is like the most badass way to do it. Apparently, the map is like Google Earth, which is like so cool because like the map is, and apparently, the map, like while we're talking about the map, you can fit Red Dead, San Andreas, GTA 4, and
Vice City too, I think.
And Vice City into that one map. So it is huge. Like the map is massive. It's probably one of the biggest maps in like gaming. Like it's gonna be massive, and yeah, just the stuff you can do. The story sounds really cool. It's based around like heists. Yeah. So basically, like it's kind of like the kind of the main parts of the story is going to be like kind of like leading up to these massive like Ocean 11 heists. Like these massive heists where you like rob banks and rob like massive like casinos and jewelry stores and stuff like that. So it looks really really cool. I mean, there's been again I was really really pissed off when they advanced the release date to September 17th. In a way, I was really really pissed off because I was really really looking forward to the game because it was supposed to be coming out in like May. So kind of pissed that it wouldn't like come out a lot earlier because I'm just so excited for it. But then of course again they said that there's a lot of tweaks that they still need to work out. So I'm glad that they acknowledge that there's problems with it and they're not just like pumping it out like being shitty. Yeah. So I mean at least we know that. I mean, but the thing is though, with that being said, my expectations for it are a lot higher. Like if it's a bad game, I'm like gonna be pissed because they're taking like half a year extra than they promised us before. So if they're taking this much extra time, the game better be fucking amazing, like game of the year amazing. Yeah. If it's not, I'm gonna be really really pissed. So yeah, besides for that, it looks amazing. It looks really really cool. Probably the best GTA to date for sure. There were a lot of rumors behind it though, that they advanced it because of the next gen consoles. They already said that on their they already said on Rockstar.com that that's completely false. But who knows? I mean, that could be exactly why. I mean, they're probably going to be releasing it on the next gen consoles. Yeah. Actually, well, since the 720 is rumored to be releasing before the PS4, it will probably be launching with the PS4, probably, or one of like the launch titles, and then it'll be coming out before the PS4 comes out, which will be like holiday 2013. So yeah, that's GTA 4. We're really really looking forward to that. Splinter Cell Blacklist. Yes. For sure, that game looks really awesome. Hasn't been too much on that either. They've released a little bit of gameplay.
Yeah, just the E3 gameplay though, right?
The E3 gameplay, and they released like a kind of a short trailer like about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't really show. It showed a little bit of gameplay, but not really. I mean, a lot of it was kind of, I don't know, like small stuff. I mean, like it was like talking about like the new features and like the new engine and stuff like that. But there was a little bit of gameplay, and it looks really cool. I mean, it's based, like, isn't it? I mean, because for those of you that played Conviction, he looked ancient. Like, is this supposed to be a prequel or oh, it isn't?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's either
because like I don't see how it could be continuing from this point in time because he looked ancient in Conviction. Like he was at least like 50 maybe. Like he was old.
I want to say 50.
He looked pretty old. Like like
I'd say like 40.
Well, 45. Like
yeah,
probably I mean, I'm not saying 45 is like ancient, but for doing shit like that, it is. Like he's fucking doing like Spec Ops advanced ass shit. Like
holding onto poles upside down.
Yeah, he's like climbing up poles like upside down and fucking like climbing up like skyscrapers and shit. Like not too many 45-year-olds are doing that. I mean, not saying 45 is not really that old. I'm just saying that doing shit like that it is. So don't get offended if you're 45. But yeah, it looks really cool. I mean, it's gonna be based in like it's definitely being based in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because it has to be after because he has like his own like company now, right?
Does he?
Yeah.
Because I heard them mention
Fourth Echelon.
I heard them mention third.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard a rumor that he was gonna be starting his own, like Fourth Echelon or whatever, because like he left Third Echelon like in the last one.
Yeah, no, but like I'm pretty.
So if it is a prequel, then if it is a prequel, then yeah, then I guess it will have to be Third Echelon. But if it's current day, then it will be a new one because he left Third Echelon. But yeah, like we said, based in the Middle East. I'm not sure exactly what the story is. Really, they haven't really released any like story details. But it's
I think it's like anti-terrorism or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because he goes and he kills like a whole bunch of like terrorists or something like that.
Yeah, well, the gameplay that they showed, he was definitely after a terrorist. Like, that was clear. But I don't know, yeah, like, I mean, I don't know. It's probably around that kind of thing. I mean, if you're in the Middle East, like, what else, like, could it be about, really, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, to be realistic, if you're in, like, he looked like he was in, like, Iraq or something. I mean, no offense to people from Iraq, but if you're, like, having a giant gunfight in Iraq, it's probably about, like, anti-terrorism shit. Or, like, oil. Like, I don't know, like, just shit like that. But yeah, Blacklist looks cool. Another game for me, for those of you PS3 players, The Last of Us. That game looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
Made by the same people that made Uncharted, Naughty Dog Studios. I mean, it's great that they're gonna be doing this, but I don't know. I mean, like, have you heard anything about Uncharted 4? Because I'm a huge Uncharted fan, and I mean, if they're gonna be releasing Last of Us this year, it doesn't really matter to me how amazing it is. I want like another Uncharted because like I'm a huge Uncharted fan and I've played all 3 of them. They're awesome.
Pretty sure it's in Atlantis or something. The 4th one is supposed to be.
Yeah, but I mean, like, have they like announced like a date or if it's gonna be like this year or next year? I mean, it's probably gonna be next year. I mean, like,
next year.
Like if they're doing Last of Us this year, it's most likely gonna be next year. But it's pretty. I mean, Last of Us does look pretty badass. What the hell's going on? So outside, there's like a fucking guy like I don't know doing something. Yeah, probably killing somebody, but yeah, probably. It's like a post. I mean, for those of you that aren't familiar with the story, it's like a post-apocalyptic place. Of course, yeah, there's zombies, like most apocalyptic thing is. Well, it's not actually zombies. Like they said, it was like a fungal disease that like went to their. Like it was almost like.
They're basically zombies.
They're basically zombies, like, but they're still alive.
Have, like powers and stuff like that.
They're basically zombies, but they're not technically dead. Like that's pretty much the only difference between them and zombies. They're basically. I mean, they work like zombies. They walk fucking weird. They have all this shit on their head. I mean, they look like picture like Resident Evil zombies. That's what they look like, but they're alive still. Apparently, it's just like a fungal disease that like makes them do that. So they're not dead. So they're not like undead zombies. They just look fucking crazy. And yeah, some of them have really, really weird powers. Like I saw in the gameplay, there was one that screamed, and then it like brought like a bunch of them, like towards you.
Some can like smell you and stuff like that if you get too close.
Yeah, and apparently, because like I was watching the gameplay, it was like a what do you call it? Like a developer like commentary, like that I was watching, and the developer was saying that that you have like kind of, so they were showing like gameplay like while he was talking, and he was walking up like behind one of them, and basically he said, yeah, you like in his position you had a choice to either slit his throat or shoot him in the back of the head, and either way,
it attracts them.
Either way, it attracts them. You shoot him, the sound attracts them. You slit his throat, the blood, like they sense the blood, and they come like towards you, you know, because they realize that a human probably killed one of them, right? So the smell attracts them. So either way, I mean, I think they really do encourage stealthiness because like if you kill one of them, you're in shit. Like either way. Yeah. So I mean, besides for that, the story looks really cool. Apparently, there is a little girl that you have to smuggle outside of this place where they basically keep survivors, and take her to this place because she has like the cure, like in her blood or something. Like she has like a special like thing in her blood, which basically like holds the cure. So this guy is basically hired to take her to this place and basically like hand her over because she has the cure, and of course they want it. As far as I know, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but from what I've heard from IGN, that's what it's supposed to be. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Last of Us. What else is there?
The Walking Dead.
Yeah, The Walking Dead comes out in
March 26th.
March 26th, and a lot of people, I mean, before they showed gameplay, everyone was like, they're talking about season 2, right? Like everyone was like, they're talking about season 2 of the Telltale series, which to be honest, I was really hoping for. Yeah. But I kind of figured too good to be true. They just like ended season 1, right?
Well, I kind of knew just by the name that it wasn't going to be the Telltale one.
Yeah. But it looks cool. The game is based around Daryl. I mean, if you watch the show, you'll know who that is. Daryl and Merle, and you play Daryl. You said there was supposed to be like a co-op aspect.
There's like, if you ever play Gears of War, like any of the Gears of War, there's Horde mode. Except in this, they called it Herd mode, and they said that there probably will be co-op. Like, I've heard rumors that there will be, but it hasn't been confirmed or not confirmed at all. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, the cool thing about that is that you know, in Horde and like you took for instance like Gears of War, you know, you pick a map for Horde, you know, but in The Walking Dead's case, you know, it's a massive open world map. You know, the Horde is continuously everywhere.
I'm pretty sure it's like a city or something like that. Cause like
still though, a city is a lot. I mean, it's like a free roam like type thing. So it's not just like you're trapped in like one very very small area where you have to basically like defend the spot.
Yeah.
In this case, all you have to do is stay alive and just try and basically use. I mean, because like there will be like there's gonna be cars and you know you'll need to get fuel for your cars and stuff like that. So it'll kind of be like a Left 4 Dead type thing. I mean, like it'll be more Left 4 Dead. I mean, than like anything. From what I've seen so far, it looks a lot like a mix of Left 4 Dead and DayZ. If you've ever played that. You know, it has the kind of DayZ like element of survival, where you have to, you have to get food and bandages and water, and you have to, you know, like get like gas like for your car, and you can like bring like survivors with you and stuff like that.
Bullets.
And then of course the Left 4 Dead aspect in terms of its first person and the weapons, and I'm pretty sure they use the same physics engine as Left 4 Dead, so in terms of gameplay, Left 4 Dead, in terms of pretty much everything else, it's DayZ. So I mean, DayZ's amazing, and so is Left 4 Dead. So I think that'll both together that'll make like an incredible zombie game. But yeah, so that's pretty much that. We actually have a list of games. I mean, like if you can like think of any more, but we have a whole list of stuff. God of War Ascension. I mean, like me personally, I'm not too excited for that, and I don't really know anything about it to really talk about it. But I know there's a lot of people that are very very excited for it. So just mentioning that, if you're excited, you know, rock on to you. But
I'm pretty sure season 2 of The Walking Dead comes out like late 2013.
Does it?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Like, have they like said anything about it, or is it just?
They said like, I'm pretty sure like early 2014 or late 2013. Like, I'm pretty sure they said that they'll release it in July, because that's when they released season 1, I think.
There is Gears of War Judgment.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
That'll be cool. I haven't seen too much of that either, but you know, that could be a very very, I mean, of course, like Gears of War games are always amazing. Yeah. So that'll probably be pretty interesting. What else? The new Army of Two. Yeah. The Army of Two games. I'm not a huge fan, but they're always like really entertaining. Lost Planet 3, if you're interested in that. I mean, now if you're interested in hearing about games, that's pretty much done. We pretty much talked about everything that we know.
Yeah.
But if you want to stay here and you listen to the big games, then we'll kind of spend another like minute like talking about like some more games that are coming out. Resident Evil Revelations, if you're like a Resident Evil fan. If you're a Sims fan like I am, there's the new Sims 3 DLC. I'm personally a huge Sims fan, but Birdie's not. Total War Rome 2. I'm really looking forward to that. If you're like if you're like a PC player, and then there's a bunch of unscheduled releases, which will probably be coming out this year. But Dragon Age 3. If you're a Dragon Age fan.
Pretty sure Mass Effect 4 is supposed to come out 2013.
Really?
Yeah.
Rambo, the video game, is supposed to come out this year. I don't know when. There's no official release date, but a Rambo game, that'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah. I would like First Blood.
No, from what I've heard, it's supposed to be revolving around the like new one, like the new Rambo where he's in like Vietnam trying to like save like the peacekeepers.
Yeah.
So I don't know for a fact, so don't like quote me on that, but from what I've heard, that's what it's kind of supposed to be. But yeah, guys, this is our first video of the gaming series. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and a favorite or in a comment. Sorry, I mean you can favorite if you want, because that also helps us out. But a comment is very, very preferable because it gives us feedback on what maybe we do wrong and what you guys would like to see, or just I don't know, like feedback or whatever. Also subscribe, because that also really, really helps us out. We're trying to kind of like grow the channel right now. It's not exactly at a high point, so we're really trying to grow it. So you guys are definitely the only ones who can really do that. So subscribe if you want. If you want to see more of this series or more of some other awesome videos that we have coming out. It's been Epic Film Critics. Peace out, guys.
See ya.